Now get ready for Watching Weird, your ultimate destination for mind-bending movie reviews and recommendations. From hidden gems to cult classics, we explore it all. Hosted by storytellers and cinephiles Alan Gamboa, Scott Baker, Rich Restucci, and Hadley Thorne, with a special shout-out to Landis Aldana and Alan Lasseter for their incredible support that help us keep the lights on at Weird. Now grab your Coke, popcorn, and tinfoil hat, and let's get weird.
Mind bending. Prepare to have your mind bend on a Wednesday night.
Right. Gentlemen.
How you guys?
Who came in? But I was going to ask. I think we're all going to ask. Alan, you go first. How are you? We'll go alphabetical.
Alan?
You okay, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah. Today was the
right.
day. How about you, Scott?
Tired. I didn't get, I was at the convention all weekend. School started last week. I have not gotten a good night's sleep in about a week.
Yeah. How was the convention?
It was phenomenal. Second best convention I've ever been at.
Really?
And this was the first one. It was advertised well. I sold 45 books.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was because all the other conventions in Maine are either in Portland or Bangor, and nobody goes to them. And being in Augusta, it was nonstop from when the doors opened Saturday to like about 2 hours before they closed on Sunday.
Well, that's cool.
Wow.
Hi, Landa.
Hey, Landa. Good to see you tonight. That's great. You look like there's a lot of people in costumes, too, a lot of cosplayers.
There was a lot, not as many as there usually were. I think they'll be there. And then this weekend, I'm taking my niece and nephew to the Scream Con in Worcester.
Oh.
I'm getting them for Christmas. Their photos taken with Matthew Lillard, and then have them autographed.
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
I paid a fortune for it, but I'm getting my photo taken with the guy who plays Art the Clown, dressed as Art the Clown.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I couldn't say no to that.
I saw a thing where Hamill charges $400 to $500 for his autograph picture and picture with you and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
$400 to $500.
That's ridiculous. Well, Leland is charging $80 for an autograph.
That's not. Compared to in Hamill's.
Nothing.
I'd rather have a picture with Annie Potts from Corvette Summer than him anyway.
We went to my family and I went to Walker StalkerCon. It was my birthday. So we went there. There was 5 of us, and we walked up, and the guy Eugene Clark was there.
Yeah,
he's the guy. He played Big Daddy in Land of the Dead. And so we walk up. He's charging $40 for an autograph, and there's nobody at his table. So we walk up there. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I talked to him for a solid 5 minutes. He said, "Hey, it was great. I wasn't gonna get an autograph." And so my wife walks up to him and she says, "Will you give him an autograph? Will you give him an autograph picture?" And the guy says, "Yeah, it's $40." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have $40. We were on our way out the door." And he's like, all right, I'll do it for nothing. So he gave her the picture with the autograph. We turn around to go, and he says, "Yeah, I'm going to need that $40." And we're like, "What?" Oh. Yeah, and he was serious too. He wasn't joking. But then he let us. He actually did let us go with it, so it cost nothing. Because I was totally broke. We were on our way out, armloads of shit,
yeah,
and stuff. I'm like, oh crap! It's like I can't pay him. I actually got a picture with him.
Cool.
So it was cool.
I went to one of the first Walker Stalker cons in Atlanta. The whole cast from the first season was there. $700 to get your picture taken with all of them. And that doesn't include going around and getting the autographs.
Yeah,
wow.
They just want too much. And the thing is, people pay it, so they get,
and then
meanwhile, they can charge you and me that much money. We can't afford that shit.
And then, all of us writers, $15, you get a book to read and you get an autograph for free.
Yeah.
Right. And a picture for free. Because I took some pictures. When we went to the Walker Stalker there in Tennessee, I took some pictures with some ladies. It was weird. because they're like, oh yeah, can we get a picture with you? And I'm like, okay, it's me, and that'd be $500. No, but that was weird. It's weird. It's just weird when people do that.
Well, it's funny because I have people like, I'll say I'll sign it for you. And they go, how much? It's like, no, you bought the book. The autograph's free.
Scott says it's not going to cost anything, but check your DM later on.
I joked with somebody once. The book is free. The autograph is worth $15. She jokingly said, "Oh, I'll just take the book."
Yeah, nobody needs autographs that bad, Landa. Nobody. That's crazy. Hey, Alan Lassiter. Thanks for joining us. We're just talking conventions right now before we warm up. We're warming up here. I got Takai's autograph. I went to a Star Trek convention and got his. And I think it was $25. It was a signed black and white of him.
Yeah.
But that was back in 19. Well, yeah, when it starts with a 19, like 77.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
hey, Tony.
Yeah. Tony.
Hey, Tony. Good to see you. Yes, we're getting Superman tonight.
No, I think Pooperman is more appropriate.
All right. So who wants to begin?
Let's Rochambeau. Ready?
Yeah.
One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
Wow, all three scissors. I had mine down below.
Oh, I'll start with the Naked Gun.
You start.
Yeah. The Naked Gun is what you expect it to be. It was a well done homage to the Police Squad. I don't know if you all remember that out there. Before the Naked Gun movies, they did the 6 half-hour episodes on television, Police Squad. This movie, there is so much about it. And the plot, you don't need the plot, but it starts with a robbery at a bank, and Liam Neeson just rocks the robbery. I just wished in the preview they didn't do him pulling the mask off the little girl. That would have been great in the theater. But there's something behind the robbery. The robbery was a front because they broke in. They needed something from a safe deposit box. And the safe deposit box, they were able to, one was opened, and there's this thing called, and I don't remember what it is. It's like the PLOT, plot device. And if you have it, you control the internet. And the whole movie is Liam Neeson and his sidekick, played by
Paul Walter Hauser.
Paul Walter Hauser. And, of course, Beth Davenport, Pamela Anderson, trying to track this down. And the bad guy in this one is Danny Houston. Plays it brilliantly. I loved this movie. There was so much inappropriate to it. It just had that feel of the old movies. Liam Neeson is the only one that could have done this. Just the bad joke with all the coffees being handed to them throughout the entire movie. The bad one-liners, the bad jokes that you have to think about for a minute. It was a fun movie. Yeah, I mean, it's, like the big fight scene at the end. I'm sorry, Liam Neeson's a little too old for that. But it's great. And what I loved was just before the credits, they did the old Police Squad where you had the twirly light of the car going through like somebody's apartment building and doing bumper cars. I really enjoyed this. It's good. It was a little better than I expected it to be as a remake, but the acting in it is good. All of the characters play to the roles perfectly. Danny Houston does a great job as the bad guy with a little touch of humor. I loved, I'm trying to find his name again. Kevin Durand. I loved him from The Strain. He is great in this. And then they get CCH Pounder in as the police chief.
Yeah.
and she just does a great satirical role as the hard-nosed, hard-assed commander of the whole thing. I watched this twice, and I liked it better the second time. So, what do you all think?
Right?
Yeah, I probably should have gone last on this one because
Oh.
I just couldn't get into it.
Real.
Oh.
It was funny. There were a couple of laugh out loud moments. And Liam Neeson, like you said, Scott, Liam Neeson, I think he's the only one that could have done this role. I think you're absolutely right. But I couldn't get into it. I was trying desperately. I was like, all right, I'm going to pause because I wasn't liking it. So I went and I had a couple of beers and I came back and I watched it and I was still like, yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's good, but it's kind of overplayed, that whole airplane police squad thing. And I wanted it to be super, super funny, and it just kind of slipped away from me. I didn't hate. I don't want you to think that I hated it because I didn't hate it. I'm glad I watched it, but I just a lot of the jokes were like, yeah, I mean it's funny, but you could see it coming. But there were a couple that just kind of knocked me on my ass funny. They were great, but I this is not one that I loved. I wasn't crazy about it. It was nice to see Pamela Anderson back. She looked okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, the OJ joke was funny, and a couple of Liam Neeson's like deadpan silly things were funny. Anything Danny Houston in, anything he plays in is great. He's one of the best actors of our day, as far as I'm concerned. 30 Days a Night, hands down, his best role.
Yes.
But I just, like I said, it kind of slipped away from me, and it makes me sad because I really wanted to like it. I couldn't wait to see it. You know, I guess there it is. What about you, big dog?
I laughed my ass off in this. Because I wasn't expecting. I was expecting Steve Martin in the Pink Panther. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I got a funny movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, some of the jokes were, okay, but I still laughed with coffee every time, everywhere he went. They were handing him the coffee, and then he was throwing it, and I just cracked me up. Hey, Clark, welcome tonight.
Clark.
This was fun. It didn't make a whole lot of money. It made over, I think, like 20 million over its budget, I think, which is, for one of these is pretty good. And the guys, I was just talking to Scott too, the Zucker brothers. They were producers on this, but I think one of them passed, and they had no writing. I mean, they had writer credits on, but they had nothing to do with this one. I think they were through with this series after the second one. They saw where it was going, because the first two original movies of these are great.
Yeah.
And then, just like Airplane, first two are great, and then it just, kind of devolves. But they're hilarious. I mean, some of the jokes in this were just the snowman. What the hell? Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
They're having a threesome with a snowman?
Yeah.
I mean, and then they're playing the music from Mannequin while they're having a threesome. I just, it cracked me up. And like you said, Danny Houston's great. He's been in 4 movies with Liam Neeson, Wrath of the Titans, Clash of the Titans, and some other movie. Oh, Marlowe, that I haven't seen. And Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's always great. He was in, with Danny Houston, he was in X-Men Origins, Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of the X-Men. And Danny Houston was the commander. I forgot his name. That's the nefarious guy that was, trying to get rid of them. Anyway, this is fun. I laughed out loud several freaking times in this. And that makes it a good movie. It's a good comedy. So what do you guys want to rate this one, unless you got more to talk about?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm going to give this one a 4.
Okay.
It is what you expect. They did a good job on that. So,
Rich?
I'm going to give it a 2.8. I didn't hate it. I'm glad I watched it, but I don't think it's a movie I need to see again. And that makes me sad. I should have given it a 3, but the fact that I'm sad that I didn't like it, I had to give it a -0.2. What about you?
I'm gonna give it a 4, but it's not a movie I would rewatch. I just wouldn't rewatch it because I know what's coming now.
Yeah.
I loved the part they picked off from Austin Powers, where Kevin Durant's looking through the night vision, and Pamela Anderson's cleaning the stove, and
Yeah.
it looks like she's,
And then
doing
he's scratching the
fellatio
dog.
yeah, and they bring the dog in. Looks like the dog's that was hilarious. They did real good with that, but I probably wouldn't watch it again. It was fun. I'd recommend you guys seeing it if you want to get some laughs.
Yeah.
And it's close to the original as you can get in spirit, I think. So there you have it on the Naked Gun. 2 4s and a 2 point what?
2.8. Yeah,
2.8
I didn't.
on the Snark
didn't
Master
love it.
himself.
I wanted to. I really wanted to love it. Maybe that was part of my problem.
I was looking for something as funny as I saw a clip with George Kennedy and Leslie Nielsen from the Naked Gun movie where they're talking about this murder victim, and George Kennedy goes sex, and Leslie Nielsen gives him this look like maybe later, and they weren't even talking about that. And that crap right there is just hilarious. I wish they did more of that in there. They did a lot of it, but not.
Do Leslie Nielsen in that role.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
He made a lot of those too. I didn't know he made an Alien ripoff. The creature wasn't nice. I guess it's pretty bad.
Oh, well, I mean, he rocked it. What I loved about what started it all, Aeroplane, was so many serious actors really did a great job in that one. Robert Stack, Liam Neeson,
Peter Graves.
Yeah.
George Kennedy,
Yes.
George Kennedy, yeah.
I mean, but yeah, you can't. Leslie Nielsen was one of a kind. He found his niche. He was a good dramatic actor, and then he was Mr. Magoo, and he went with it.
I loved him in the 18.
Yeah. He was in almost every TV series from the 60s to the 80s. I was looking at his credits, and like A-Team and Outer Limits, Twilight Zone.
And
SWAT,
what I love about him is he doesn't take himself seriously. Like, I love if you go on YouTube, the Liam Neeson Santa Claus audition tape or the Liam Neeson Easter Bunny audition tape.
Well, Liam Neeson was 5 years older than Leslie Nielsen when he made this movie.
Yeah.
It does not seem like that.
No, it doesn't. I still think my favorite scene, when I saw the preview, you see the whole thing, you think, this is going to be another heist movie. And he looks at the little girl, what do you want? Your ass. The whole theater went insane.
Your ass. That was good. Rich, do you want to go next? Do you want to?
Yeah, I can go next.
Mr. Nobody?
Okay. So I got Nobody too. It's a 2025 action flick starring Bob Odenkirk, Connie Nielsen, and Christopher Lloyd. If you've seen the first flick, this one is much the same. Bad guys have no idea who they messed with and think a super assassin is just a regular Joe, or in this case, Hutch. Connie Nielsen and Christopher Lloyd reprise their roles as wife and dad, and RZA shows up as Hutch's brother. Throw in some Sharon Stone, Colin Hanks, and John Ortiz, and you round out the cast. Sharon is the big bad, and Colin plays a wannabe gangster sheriff. The film's pretty good, with Hutch being conscripted into a dubious government organization run by the Barber, played by one of my favorite actors, Colin Salmon, who sends Hutch out on jobs to get stuff and kill people who they say are bad. Our boy wants a vacation, though, and he sets out with the family to Plummerville, a town built around an aging amusement park. Excuse me. Unfortunately, the town is run by John Ortiz, or so we think, with Colin Hanks as the primary henchman doing stupid evil sheriff stuff. The plot thickens when we find out that Ortiz is not the big bad, but is instead sort of a prisoner to the real big bad who uses the town as a main stop on a bootlegging route. They run everything from guns to toxic chemicals to drugs to money. From here, we segue into the last film, and everything is kind of the same. Don't get me wrong, the same can be different, and in this case it is. But if you're not getting you're not getting a fresh take on the mistaken super assassin homemaker misunderstood plot. There's some great violence, and I actually got a bit ooged out when Odenkirk lost the tip of his finger, but I was totally fine with all the other head crushes and darts to the eye. Released on August 15th of this year, Nobody 2 has raked in about $37.4 million versus a budget of $25 million. The film had the unfortunate release timing of coming out when the film Weapons was running strong, so Weapons took a lot of cash from Nobody 2. This is a decent flick, decent kick your feet up flick, and if you like the first one, you'll like this one, especially when the fish gets the finger. You'll have to watch that to figure out what it means. Boys, thoughts? Yes? No?
I like this one better than the first one.
Yeah.
I really did. You knew where it was going. When that security guard at the arcade slaps his daughter in the back of the head, this guy's gonna get hurt. Rightfully so too. And just those kind of things. Colin Hanks was actually pretty good as a menacing sheriff. I've seen him in Fargo play a sheriff deputy, and he was kind of timid, and he did that great. In this, he did it great. You believe, why do comedians make good bad guys? You see a lot of movies with comedians are bad guys, and they do it well. Kevin from King of Queens, he's been making
Becky.
Yeah. He plays a good bad guy. So I don't know why comedians make good bad guys, but this one's got a lot of action, like you said. It's the same thing as the first movie, basically. But to me, it was more enjoyable. The family was more involved in this.
Yeah.
I like how his wife, you thought she's going to be like, I'm leaving you in there. And she wasn't. She kind of presented a little bit like that. And then she's like, yeah, more accepting of it than it looked like it was going to be. And maybe she's got a backstory. If they make a third one, maybe they'll expand on the backstory for her.
And she's
because
also
it seemed like she kind of,
spy.
yeah, because it seemed like she kind of had something in there. And it's always good to see Christopher Lloyd. Always good to see he's still kicking, and he's in the Wednesday series. That's great to see him in that. So he's been busy right now.
Yeah.
Paul, and like you said, Colin Salmon. I love seeing that guy and stuff, and I was surprised when I saw him in this. It was just that was cool. And RZA was good in this. And John Ortiz, he was in that Vince Vaughn series that we watched. He played his partner, his gay partner. That was the monkey series. Bad Monkey.
Oh,
yeah, he played his partner.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Also, he was in Aliens Requiem. He was the sheriff of that town. So, and you get to see him a lot more and stuff lately. He's a good actor. He did a good job on it. Sharon Stone was okay. She played a little over the top, and I know the character was over the top. Yeah. But it just shows how I don't think she was ever a very good actress. I think she had certain attributes that helped her out with her acting career.
Yeah.
But I don't think she was, I would say, the weakest link of this movie. I would say. But it's a fun movie, and there's a lot of action. You want to see action? This one has it. Scott?
Was Christopher Lloyd in the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember him in the first one. I loved this movie. I expected it to be probably a little bit below Nobody. I was laughing so hard. The scene in the elevator at the beginning is great, but I was in tears laughing when they have the final confrontation at the amusement park. That was just, it was so well written. It was so bizarre. It was almost like watching some of the death kills in Zombieland. It was really well done. I love this movie. I think it's way better than the first one. This is the best movie we saw for tonight. It was good. It was a little bit more funny than the first one, and I think that just it added to it. Yeah, but the minute, like you said, the minute that guard slapped the girl, you knew this was all going south.
Yeah. Yeah. You were like, oh.
Yeah.
Landa said Linda Hamilton would have probably been better than Sharon Stone. Yeah, I could see
Well,
that.
no, she would have been. Sharon Stone just doesn't come across as the baddie. Linda Hamilton makes a great bad guy or bad girl. Like,
Bad girl.
I love her. I mean, I loved her in Resident Alien. She was phenomenal.
Yeah, she needs to be in more stuff before she's not. You know,
Yeah.
They need to keep using her. Hey, so you guys got anything else to add to this?
No.
I don't think so.
Rich, what do you give this one?
I think I'd give this one a 4. I enjoyed it. I think I will watch it again. I'll probably do them in tandem next time because I wanted to do that this time but didn't get around to it. So I think I'll watch Nobody and then Nobody 2 shortly after it, just for the whole Nobody experience. And I agree with you, Alan, when you said we need a little bit more of the wife's backstory, Connie Nielsen's backstory. And that's how this movie got made. This movie was made because Connie Nielsen stepped up and said, I think we should have a Nobody 2 where we explore the backstories of, and she went into it like that. And
really?
Yeah, they didn't get too far into their backstories, just a little bit. So I think Nobody 3 is going to come out. And I really think that she is going to be some kind of super spy.
Yeah.
Just like
yeah.
Or an assassin or whatever. And he either knows it or doesn't know it. I don't know. Maybe that's how they met. I don't know. I guess I did have something to add. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, 4 from me.
Good. Well, remember she said even when they met, reminds me when they first met, he was all bloody and she knew he was a bad boy or whatever. Yeah. So, you know, and she was eyeing that rifle of Christopher Lloyd's that was up there, you know.
And that's why I think she's you don't just grab the rifle the first time and use it well.
Yeah. And Connie Nielsen was great in this. She was great in Gladiator. In Gladiator 2, you know. She was great. I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff. But
she's in Wonder Woman, isn't she?
She's in what?
Woman? Isn't she the leader of the Amazons?
She's her. Yeah, she's her mom, right? Is she her mom or?
I don't think so.
Or is she just the leader?
The dad. Yeah, I can't remember. Actually, no. She is. You're right. She is. Yeah.
Is she? Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while. I can't remember, but I forgot she was in it until you brought that up. So what do you give this, Scott?
4.25. It was funny.
Wow.
It was entertaining. So.
Well, I will give this a solid 4. It was fun. I thought it was going to be a rehash, which it was, but it was done well.
Yeah.
You know, I thought when they were going on vacation, they were going to go somewhere tropical.
Yeah.
You know, but no, you know, they didn't, and that even made it better. Yeah, that even made it better. So, yeah, we recommend you should watch this one. Watch the first one if you haven't seen it, so you know kind of what's going on. You know who's who on this. But we all recommend this one, and this one I will rewatch. Okay, I guess Superman.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Superman. Zack Snyder's Superman with David Corn Sweat as Superman, which when I first saw this guy, I was like, but he did okay as Superman. This is not really an origin story, which was nice. That's what I liked. It wasn't really an origin story at all. It starts in the middle of him in a fight, and there's Superdog. Doesn't really explain Superdog. Kryptonite. What's his name? Crypto. So it doesn't really explain that dog, you know, and it goes from there. And he's fighting Lex Luthor, which is played by I can't think of his name. Thank you.
Holt.
And Nicholas Holt's great. Fury Road, Warm Bodies. He's in a bunch of crap. So he's Lex Luthor. And he's fighting Lex Luthor. And it's kind of a more modern take, I think, on Superman. Bradley Cooper, I didn't recognize him as Jor-El, as Superman's dad. I didn't know that was Bradley Cooper. But, and Michael Rooker and Alan Tudyk did the voices of his robots that he had that were taking care of him in his Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
But there's really, I mean, the plot of this is, Lex Luthor's trying to, take control. He's got the U.S. government to believe that Superman is here to enslave us all. And Lex Luthor has created these meta-humans that can take Superman out. Especially, he's got this one alien that can manifest stuff, and he manifests kryptonite.
Yeah.
And so that's how he controls Superman, is he's got this alien in a cage with Superman. He's got this kryptonite on him, and it's just killing him. And that guy was played by, gosh, I can't think of his name. He was in Gotham. He was the bald gunslinger.
What was his name in the movie?
Came in there. Oh, I'm trying to think of his name in the movie. But he was Metamorpho in this. But his name's Anthony Kerrigan. And he's in that Bear, that series Barry. He plays NoHo Hank. You ever seen Barry?
No.
The Assassin series on HBO?
Oh no, I did see that. Yeah, of course I saw Barry. Yeah.
That was NoHo Hank. The Russian mobster that was his buddy.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
You do.
So he's great. And Nathan Fillion's in this. He plays Guy Gardner. Yeah. Plays Guy Gardner, Jerk, Green Lantern. Eddie Gathegi, who's a pretty good actor, plays Mr. Terrific. And I'm not a big DC guy, so I didn't know who he was. And then you had Hawk Girl, and there's a lot of stuff in this. It was better than The Flash. The special effects were a heck of a lot better than The Flash. A lot of improvement in this. There was a lot of humor in this one. What's her name? Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois Lane. She did a good job. She used to be in House of Cards. She was real good in House of Cards. Oh no! What happened here? Okay, computer's wonky. But I like this movie. I wouldn't have wanted to see it at the movies because it was kind of long in some parts. It felt like. So special effects were good. It had Frank Grillo in it. It's Rick Flag Sr. I guess that's his thing now. He's in the DC verse as Frank Rick Flag Sr. He's in the Peacemaker series, and the Peacemaker shows up in this for a minute. So the best part of this to me was Crypto and Nathan Fillion. I love how Crypto is just annoying everybody, kind of like what I'm doing right now. But it could have been better. It could have been a little shorter. I'm just glad it wasn't an origin story. And I like the guy that played his dad, not Jor-El, but his human dad.
Right.
Big guy. He's got his eyes go like that.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Oh my
I'm
God.
looking. He's like at the bottom. It's weird how they credit him. Pruitt Taylor Vince. Pruitt Taylor Vince. He's always good to see him and stuff too. And I thought that was a good pick as his dad. Jimmy Olsen character was great too. Skylar Gisondo from the Timothy Oliphant, Drew Barrymore zombie series.
Yeah, that was good.
Santa Clarita Diet. Yeah, he's always good and stuff. And he played a good Jimmy Olsen, and I liked the little subplot with him and Lex Luthor's girlfriend. I thought that was funny. You know. But hey, Bethany. But it was okay. It had a lot of stuff, and I know I'm rambling, and that's how the movie I felt was. Like, it went all over the place. What did you guys think of this one? Let's go with Rich first, because Scott's got stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is another one. This was hard for me to get through. I actually got up and left a couple of times, and I was like, I got to stick with it. And once I stuck with it, it got a little better. This is not going to win any Rich Awards. The movie starts with Superman getting his ass kicked by this dude in a suit, like a big metal robot suit. And I was like, all right, there's really not a lot of people who can kick Superman's ass. So what's going on here? This has got to be a Lex Luthor thing. We're going to have to figure it out. And I'm not going to wreck it and tell you who the muscle is in this. But it kind of starts off in the middle of the movie. It's weird. Because Superman's getting his ass kicked. Starts off, like you said, Alan, with a fight. And then Superman sort of crawls back to the Fortress of Solitude. The dog takes him back. Crypto takes him back. And then he's got all these friggin' robots. And I'm like, okay. And if you look at the cast on who the robots were, every one of them is someone you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know. One of them's Alan Tudyk, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it just, I didn't particularly care for that part. And then you get, the devious Lex Luthor, who basically the whole movie was, he ran a PR campaign against Superman, telling everybody that Superman was bad. And then you find out that Superman's, parents were like, hey, Sup, take over the world, get yourself a harem, and start our civilization again. But Superman couldn't see that part of the message. It was corrupted on his, however long journey from Krypton to Earth. And so he just got the, hey, we love you, take care of yourself. He never got the, hey, we want you to, repopulate the Earth in our image. So that was all right. I actually liked Brosnahan in this one. She's Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She was really good in this, but it kind of went off the rails. That interview that they were doing at sort of towards the beginning, I was like, that's kind of silly. But it just, I don't know. This one Superman flew into the wrong direction for me. I thought it ended okay. It had a decent ending. They sort of make this, I don't want to wreck it for you, but there's this alternate universe that's made, and that ends up being a critical issue. And it's about how Superman and Mr. Terrific fix the problem. And, of course, it's Lex Luthor that starts the problem. So, but like I said, the whole thing is basically one bad PR campaign run by Lex Luthor against Superman, and the people of Earth are just buying it. Superman's been saving them left and right forever. He's not doing anything wrong, and then it's just like, you're a bad guy, which makes sense looking at what happens today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This one it kind of fell flat for me. Is of all of the superhero movies I've seen, except for maybe Morbius, this one kind of was the worst, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Landa says we suck. So does Tony.
Why? Because we don't like this movie? Because if they think you two suck for not liking this movie, they're never going to talk to me.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Max. Hey, Dan.
Hi, Max.
You missed everything, Dan.
Yeah, you missed it.
Dan's not getting good.
Go ahead, Scott.
Are
you done?
I agree with Rich. I liked the fact that Lex Luthor runs the PR campaign, and immediately everybody goes from "you're a hero" to "oh, we hate you." I think that was him saying social media today is out of control.
Yeah.
Everybody said this movie's woke. It is not woke. I did not see any. I didn't see any. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's truth, justice, and everything that's good." I don't even remember hearing that in the movie. Having said that, I despise this movie. I was going in with low expectations, and this exceeded it. I didn't like it because the plot varied too much. It's very serious, you got a little lightheartedness at the beginning with Crypto, and then, like you said, the robots. Then it gets very serious. Then you go to Lex Luthor, and it gets really dark with this realm he's going through. And then you get Nathan Fillion and the Justice Gang. We didn't agree on the Justice Gang. They were great. They were funny. Then it goes back into the dark. It was wavering too much in the plot line. I didn't like Superman. He was a wimp in this one. I did not like Lex Luthor. he wasn't an evil genius. He was just evil. That scene when he's doing the interrogation turned me off to the whole thing. That's not Lex Luthor. I did like the fact that Lois Lane was normal. She wasn't that really pretty narcissistic bitch from the Christopher Reeve movies. Nathan Fillion, the three of them in that rocked it. Nathan Fillion was great. Let's see. The special effects were really good, but it wasn't a Superman movie. This was more like a Doctor Strange movie. It was like all of that stuff where they're going into the alternate realm and they're going through this thing. It reminded me something like of Event Horizon. It didn't fit. It didn't fit a DC superhero movie. And then what the hell was Supergirl at the end? She shows up.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask a question. Okay, I thought that the woman that Lex Luthor's girlfriend who was having the affair, I think that girl did a great job. Yes, I think Jimmy did a great job. But will somebody explain to me the big, busty blonde with the blonde hair and the glasses working for the Daily Planet? What realm? I don't remember her in any of the movies. I don't remember her in the original TV series. It was just as if James Gunn was like, "Oh, you're my girlfriend. You just stand there and go." Ah. It was like, it was distracting. It was just like so. It was like, Sharon Stone going. Ah. The only thing I liked about this movie was Krypto, and that's because him. Because this opening scene when Superman's on the ground and he's beat up and he calls Krypto and Krypto comes in and starts jumping on him because he loves him. That's what he does to me. The scene when he can't find Krypto and he whistles for him and you see him, Krypto broke into the pet store and is eating all the treats. He stole the movie. He was the best part of it. That was the only reason I'm going to give it the grade I'm going to give it. Oh, him and Nathan Fillion.
That one scene really cracked me up is when Lois Lane and Mr. Terrific are going to his vehicle.
Yeah.
And the garage door is like taking forever to open. Here he has this high-powered, fighter spaceship, and the garage door is just going. I thought that was hilarious. Just waiting for that to happen.
And
but
that's
this movie,
thing.
I think, was better in parts. It was better than parts than on the whole. That's what she said. But anyway.
Well, that's what I mean. It was like that scene was funny. Every scene with Nathan Fillion, just the dynamics between the three of them. Then you go, all of a sudden you switch to this really, really dark, where Lex Luthor isn't just like trying to take over the world. He's torturing people. It did not settle well with me.
Understandable.
Well, in that Mr. Handsome, that thing that was driving his thing between the portals and stuff, that was creepy looking.
Yeah.
That alien.
I think Bethany's parents nailed it the best. They said he just wasn't Superman. He had too many weaknesses.
Yeah.
It kind of took away from the film. And at the beginning of the movie, I was like, this guy, he's just not Superman. It kind of stinks. But by the end, I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess I can see it's Superman. I can see how this guy can be Superman. But I think of all of the Supermen that we've had over the decades, he's the one I like the least. I don't want to say he did a bad job, but he wasn't my favorite.
He didn't do a good job.
Exactly. Christopher Reeve and Henry Cavill. How do you beat that?
Yeah.
You just can't one up those two guys. Yeah, they were just perfect for the role. But this guy wasn't bad. It just I don't know.
He wasn't Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
He was too. And another thing, What the hell? This big creature is destroying the city, and the little girl walks right in front of him. I mean, come on. How stupid can you be? I'm sorry. This movie just aggravated the hell out of me. It's probably the worst one James Gunn has made.
I agree.
I'm not a big Superman fan anyway. And I think Cavill has got to be my favorite. I mean, nostalgia-wise, it's Reeves, Yeah. But Henry Cavill was Superman. And they've done rebooting the DC universe. I don't know what James Gunn's doing, but, he's getting rid of some of these, like Cavill. There was that whole thing with the Black Adam movie that The Rock was vying for some power in this universe.
Yeah.
And so they brought in Henry Cavill to kind of, hey, he's our guy. Push The Rock out. And that happened. And then they pushed Cavill out, because they didn't want to use him. They just wanted to use him as a tool to stop The Rock from his power play in the DC universe, money wise and character wise and stuff, because they had their own plan for this. And I don't think it's going that well for them. They have a hit with Peacemaker, and that's, the TV show, and they have DC does good in their cartoons, in their animated movies. They do really well.
Woman.
Yeah,
and Wonder Woman. But the second one sucked. The second one wasn't that good. At least in my opinion. But so they have a hard time. They struggle. Constantine is a good DC character.
Yeah.
In the TV series, the animated series, and the movie. That's one character they've been able to do well. But they just have a hard time. Batman's their big seller. Everybody well, not everybody. I'll say I'm a Batman fan. If they leave Michael Keaton in there forever, I'd love it.
Clark, yes, I love that show.
The Rookie, the Rookie's good. I stopped watching it when they were cracking down on cop shows. They were trying to get politically correct, because then the storylines were getting weaker. They couldn't do like they used to do. They were more social worker type, and I hated that. They did that with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They did that with a lot of them. They went, I hate this word, but they went woke. I hate that word. I don't know how to explain it.
But the thing with that is that's how it is in California. The cops are impotent. They can't do anything. They're not allowed unless the cop sees it. And even then, if it's a misdemeanor, they don't do anything. So it's just they've been hobbled by their leadership, and it's a pity.
Yeah.
Alexa, stop.
What I love about The Rookie is every show opens up with some stupid reason why the cops won't follow. It plays Nathan Fillion, and then the show goes into the rest of it. But somebody said he's a national. Oh, Max, he's a national. Him and Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, him and Alan Tudyk.
Fillion is Canadian, isn't he? So wouldn't he be a Canadian national treasure?
He's with us now. So.
Yeah, he's always with us.
We've adopted him.
He's ours.
He's like Ryan Reynolds. Of course, Ryan Reynolds kind of losing some of his luster, but we get Canadians. We get Canadians.
Ryan Reynolds, Alan Tudyk, and Nathan Fillion in a movie together.
And Leslie Nielsen, if he was alive, because he's Canadian too.
Yeah.
I did not know that. See, all these Canadian actors are coming over here and taking American acting jobs. What's up with that? That's the border they need to. Sorry, you can't.
If you want to see Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk in a TV show, then you could just watch Firefly.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, Tudyk is in that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I wasn't too thrilled with the series, but the movie rocked.
I don't know that we can be friends anymore. Did you just say that? Oh my God! I think I just had a heart attack.
The series it was like they were trying to take the one plot and drag it out.
Oh
The
my God.
movie was just. I love the movie.
One of my all-time
was
favorite
weak.
series.
The movie was weak compared to the series, Scott.
Oh,
It really was.
the
I'm
movie-
pulling his feed. Hold on.
Oh, we lost Scott. See,
Wow, I'm
Yeah,
pissed
hey.
off you guys and the peanut gallery tonight.
Hey,
Yes.
you are entirely welcome to your opinion, and seriously, that's fine. I just everything about that show was just perfection for me. I just wish they could have kept going. And the thing is, I was living in another country when the show came on, so I didn't see it. I never saw it when it came out. I saw commercials for the movie when I get back, and I'm like, damn, that looks like a good movie. And then somebody said, did you see the series? And I was like, what series? And so then I started watching the series. I was like, holy, I was hooked. They had every hook was right in me. I love the fact that it's a space western. It's a comedy. Everybody loves each other on the ship, and there's animosity going back and forth. It's just the characters, all of them were fantastic. The music was great. The
I'm
bad guys were good.
gonna have to rewatch. I'm laughing because I'm reading Clark's comment, Landa's comment, Bethany.
you know, it was on Fox. That's the problem. Fox had it. The thing about Fox is they were doing a lot of sci-fi shows. But they'd be a season long, or two seasons long, or half a season long. They'd axe them. But they were putting out a bunch of series. They had that Space Above and Beyond. That was great.
Yeah.
And they axed that thing, and that's one that's hard to find.
One of the best
Space Marines.
things. One of the best things was I love Seth MacFarlane because when they Fox canned this Family Guy, and then they brought him back, and they were talking. She goes, "Well, do you think we'll ever come back on?" And Seth, Peter went through every 50 TV shows that Fox aired that crashed. He says, if those all fail, maybe we'll come back. That's what I love about Seth MacFarlane. He doesn't care. He goes after everyone.
Well, he did a great Star Trek series. I mean,
oh my God, yes.
I mean,
Orwell.
Yep. I mean, the Orville was great.
I loved it.
I mean, it's like,
and you know what I loved about it too? He took the current political issues and really gave you both sides of it, and did it in a humorous way.
Yeah.
Anything Seth MacFarlane does, I love.
Agreed.
And Nathan Fillion, he was in Castle. I don't know if you guys ever watched Castle. Bethany, I think it was Bethany that brought that up. Castle was a great series. He played a writer that solved crimes. And he brought everyone from Firefly at one time or another onto the series. So that was neat, because you got your mini Firefly reunion,
Yeah.
So.
They're redoing the series.
I heard that.
No.
Yeah, they're bringing back everybody but Alan Tudyk, naturally. Yeah, I guess they're going to try and do they're doing the season, they all get back together for some reason. So I'll have to rewatch. Cool. I'll have to rewatch Firefly, the first season, before the second one comes out.
That'd be interesting. But that's funny that you like the movie better than. Look at Landa. Landa said Firefly sucks, and she says, "Just kidding." We know you're just kidding, Landa.
I think what I didn't like about the series, it was so much character development and not enough action. Whereas with the movie, it was all right, let's just condense it all into action and killing and.
Yeah, it didn't do well, and that's what doomed it. It did not do well at the box office. And you had all these brown coats, you had all these fans and stuff, and I went and saw. I was a fan. My whole family's fan of Firefly, and it just did not do well. People didn't come out to see it.
And who was the actor that played the bad guy?
Oh, Chitwell.
Several bad
Chitwell.
No, the one that was he was that so cold, and when they had
Talking
the
about
big,
in the movie,
yeah,
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, he was
Great.
phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor. He's great.
Hey, Lee.
Lando
Landon's
is
worried
really
about
pissed at me tonight.
Landon's worried about Lee being on our side. Lee, did you like Superman? Yes, no, what? Yes, no, what?
Lee, did you like that new Superman movie? The three of us kind of tore it up. None of
Yeah,
us were
we
overly thrilled with it.
Rich and Scott didn't like his as much as I did. I thought it was better in parts than the whole thing. Yeah, that was great. He did. Castle dressed up as Mal for Halloween. And that was
Well,
great.
he had all of the other cast members on Castle at one time or
Yeah.
another. For the rookie.
Yeah.
How many
Yep.
seasons is Castle?
That's like 6.
Gosh, it's like, yeah, it went for a while.
I have
It
got
went for a
so
while.
many things on my binge list. You know, it's like if I wind up in the hospital for like 6 months, maybe then I'll get to see everything.
There were 8
Yeah,
seasons, 173 episodes of Castle.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a fun series. It really is because it plays
yeah.
into Nathan Fillion,
Yeah.
and him and Stanek Katic had a good chemistry till like the last couple seasons. Then, but Lee thought Superman was bad. It was clunky.
It was clunky.
That's a good way to describe it.
Landa's on the warpath.
Oh my God!
Landa, did you have money invested in the Superman movie? Were you a producer, Landa, on this? Yeah. Do we have time to run Alien?
No.
Yeah, let's do a quick one.
All right.
We can do
You lead.
episode
You
4.
lead.
Episode 4 of Alien Earth takes place on the spaceship that crashed. Begins with an M. What's it called? The
Maginot. The Maginot.
And it's about how all the critters, the samples, the specimens get loose and what they do to people and the reasoning behind it, which, I mean, we can't really tell you. It was a great episode. Absolutely fantastic. I have since seen episode 5, and I think episode 4 was better than episode 5. So you get that coming for you. You get to see all the creatures. You definitely get to see that the Teocellus there, the Teoculus thing, has already been inside a person. So it has human intelligence. So it was really well done. I liked every second of it. Not crazy about the whole dynamic between Wendy and the alien. I don't know where that's going. She can talk to it. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to wreck it for anybody, but that's the only thing I dislike about it. I think the redheaded synth girl.
Yeah.
I think she's going to play a big part later on.
But
something is going to happen with her in episode 5 as well. What do you guys think?
I'm enjoying it so far. I like it. I'm really curious to see what the immature Elon Musk kid is going to do. You know, I mean, at first I thought he was like really good. Now I'm starting to think, okay, he's going to be the bad guy in this. But I love all of the actors that play the kids because they're good and they do such a good job, especially the Indian kid with what he's going through. It's just so realistic. I'm going to try to watch the 5th one tonight if I don't fall asleep.
Oh, you need to watch the fifth episode is entitled "The Space No One," and that's the title of it. And it's the second best alien movie, I think, because it was just it harkens back to 1979.
Yeah.
Excellently. It shows what happens with these things and the crew of the Maginot, and it's
oh, that's right. I did see the first half hour of it. I'm just waiting to see. This is part of the canon. I'm waiting to see how the end of the series connects to the Alien movie before I make my final judgment.
Well, yeah, it's going to be interesting because it's and all these other aliens too. Where, what's going to happen with them? So it's curious.
Yeah.
Because that first Alien movie acts like there's no xenomorph type of things,
Yeah.
Aliens now, they say, this is another bug hunt or whatever. So there's something that they've encountered before.
Yeah.
That's just not the xenomorphs,
Clearly, no one on Earth has seen these before. So even if it does get out, it's not going to get very far.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If it's only going to be stuck on the ship and the island, and it's Weyland Yutani has nothing to do with this. So I'm wondering if at the end of the series, Weyland Yutani is going to well, gee, we lost our stuff. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Oh, they know what it is.
Episode 5 explains the security officer's background, and then you get okay, why he's doing all this. It's okay, that makes sense. Because right now you're he's just obsessed, but it's more than that.
Okay,
and it's interesting the way they do it, but it's a cool mini Alien movie. Really, it could be a standalone just about that episode. And the second, there's no Ripley aboard this ship either.
No. Hey, if they
needed a Ripley.
If they listened to Ripley, the movie would have been 30 minutes long.
Yeah. Hey guys, we love you all.
Yes,
Superman, we're just not Superman.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of DC. I love the Marvel Universe, except what they're doing. You did hear they're doing a 4-part anime series on Marvel Zombies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of can't wait.
Yes. I love graphic novels.
The What If series they did was great. The zombie one, I thought that was great.
It was good. It was done very well.
Or Peter Parker.
I know, right? Well, boys and girls, we're over.
Yes.
We're at an hour. But before we go, if anybody doesn't know, Charlie Kirk was shot and killed today in Utah by some deranged lunatic. And I like Charlie, always have. Thought he was a great guy. He was one of the smartest people in the world politically. And it's a damn shame that it had to go the way it did. And basically differences of opinion. So I know my other two guys here love Charlie too, and we're all sad that he was killed.
Yeah.
So keep him in your thoughts, keep him in your prayers, and we will see you next week.
See you next week. Horror movies next week.
Yes.
Horror movies next week. Take care, everybody.
Stay safe. Have a good weekend.
All right, Weirdlings, that's all for Watching Weird this week. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, the strange and unusual never sleeps. Well, except for maybe on Thursdays. Speaking of sleep schedules, here's a quick reminder about our other shows. Dive into the mysteries of the mind with Weird Awakenings every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cozy up with blondes, books, and campfire tales for spooky stories every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hone your craft and connect with fellow writers on Write With Me on the third Sunday of each month. And don't forget, Watching Weird now airs live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all things weird, find us on social media via Linktree in the description below, or visit our website at weirdrealities.net. Stay weird.